all the dignitaries on the dais, all the revered teachers, students, and everyone present here this morning. Today we have gathered here to celebrate the auspicious occasion of the Constitution Day, which is also known as the Samvidhan Divas in India. It is celebrated in India on 26 November every year to commemorate the adoption of Constitution of India. On 26 November 1949, the Constituent Assembly adopted the Constitution of India, which came into effect on 26 January 1950. It is our proud privilege and honor that we have Honorable Mr. Justice Sujoy Paul, Judge of Madhya Pradesh High Court, on the dais today as the chief guest of our program. On the dais, we also have Honorable Vice Chancellor Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Kapil Dev Mishra, who will be chairing the program. Also gracing the dais is the Registrar of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Rakesh Bajpayee. We also have on the dais Professor Divya Chansoriya, Head of the Department, Professor Mamta. It is the mark of our undying tradition that in the beginning of every event we invoke the blessings of our Almighty. To swear by this undying tradition of ours, I would now request all the dignitaries on the dais to please light the lamp before Ma Saraswati's idol and formally inaugurate the program. I would also invite Shubhi Pandey, student of 5th semester, for Saraswati Vandana. Request Honorable Vice Chancellor to kindly welcome the chief guest of the program, Honorable Mr. Justice Sujoy Paul. I would now request the Registrar of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya to please welcome our Honorable Chief Guest. I would now request Professor Divya Chansoriya ma'am to kindly welcome our chief guest of the program. I would now request Professor Mamta ma'am to kindly welcome the chief guest of the program. Now I would like to invite Dr. Neeraj Prakash Rai to welcome our chief guest on behalf of the guest faculty of the Law Department. Now I will invite Mr. Yuvraj Vaidya, student LLM first semester, to welcome our honorable chief guest on behalf of all the students of the Law Department. Now I would request Professor Divya Chansoriya ma'am to kindly welcome the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya. Professor Mamta ma'am to kindly welcome our guest, Registrar of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Rakesh Bajpayee. Due to paucity of time, Professor Mamta ma'am would introduce our chief guest and invite him for the lecture. I would now request Professor Mamta ma'am to please welcome our guest and deliver her welcome address.
A very good morning to all. Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Mr. Sujoy Paul Sir, Judge High Court of Madhya Pradesh, our chairperson, respected Vice Chancellor of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Kapil Dev Mishra sir, Registrar of the University, Professor Rakesh Pachpai sir, my colleague, Professor Divyachan Surya sir, Madam, faculty of the department and my dear students, greetings on the Constitution Day. On this prestigious and memorable day, it is my honor and privilege to extend a very warm and cordial welcome on behalf of the Law Department to Honorable Mr. Justice Sujay Paul sir, our Chief Guest, who has been kind enough to cast aside all the consideration of personal comfort, convenience, and responded wholeheartedly to our invitation. We in the department, sir, are honored by your gracious and benign presence. I also welcome the chairperson of today's function, the esteemed Vice Chancellor of Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Professor Kapil Dev Mishra sir, who has always been a source of inspiration to organize such programs. I welcome in our midst Registrar of the University, respected Professor Rakesh Pachpai sir, who is not just a good administrator, but a great academician too. A new era in the legal and judicial history of this country dawned with the birth of our Constitution. The Suprema Lex is unique in its content and spirit. The process of its making was greatly influenced by aspirations generated during the long-term freedom struggle, the ideas and thoughts of Mahatma Gandhi, the socio-cultural ethos of the country, and the experiences of the functioning of the constitutions in other democratic countries of the world. The constitutional scholar, Granville Austin, in his magisterial work, Working of a Democratic Constitution, the Indian Experience, states, and I quote, "Probably no other constitution in the world has provided so much impetus towards changing and rebuilding society for the common good as the Indian Constitution," unquote. The founding fathers of our Constitution envisaged an egalitarian society based on the principles of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, and the unity of the nation as reflected in the preamble. The principles of justice, equality, and liberty, along with secularism, form the core components of the constitutional ideology of social liberalism. Fundamental rights, especially 14, 19, and 21 of the Constitution, forming the golden triangle, provide full protection to the individuals from any encroachment upon their rights. As guardian of rights, the judiciary has always come forth to protect the rights as reflected inter alia in the cases of Aadhaar, Sabrimala, and Shaira Banu. Our Constitution has withered everything that the country, indeed the world, could throw at it. Foreign and domestic wars, social upheavals, economic good times and bad, terrorist attacks, unimaginable changes in the social values, market, environment, science and technology. Our Constitution has stood like a rock against all the idiosyncrasies faced by this great generation and survived to this day as a living document. It's the need of the hour that we the people, each one of us, should defend the framers' vision of a constitutional government and the spirit of constitutionalism. That responsibility is ours now, and it is up to us to make sure that as long as our country lives, there will be a Constitution Day to celebrate on the 26th of November every year. Once again, I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice Sujay Paul sir for sparing his valuable time for all of us in the Law Department. We admire your intellectual personality, sir, and are inspired by your gracious presence. Thank you. It is now my proud privilege and honor to present the life sketch of Honorable Mr. Justice Sujay Paul sir. Justice Sujay Paul was born on 21st June 1964 to late Shri N.G. Paul and Srimati Manjushri Paul. He earned a bachelor's degree in commerce followed by Masters in Economics and thereafter graduated in law. He was enrolled as an advocate in the year 1990 and started his practice in the High Court of Madhya Pradesh. He primarily dealt with matters in the field of constitutional, service and labour laws. He represented several prestigious institutions: the State Bank of India, Jabalpur Development Authority, Madhya Pradesh State Legal Services Authority, Madhya Pradesh Human Rights Commission and Sports Authority of India, to name a few. He was appointed as an additional judge of Madhya Pradesh High Court on 27th May 2011 and became a permanent judge on 14th April 2014. He participated as one of the members of the delegation in the Commonwealth 25th Annual Intensive Study Program for Judicial Adjudicators in 2018 in Canada. He has attended various national and international seminars and was nominated as a resource person for national as well as state judicial academy. Reaching the pinnacle of success has not been an easy journey for him, as he lost his father when he was only 15 months old. I salute your hard work and grit, sir. Very humbly, I now request Honorable Justice Sir to deliver his keynote address on the Constitution Day.